There was a version of me that I had put on hold, not forever, or at least that is what I told myself. Just for now, just until things stabilize in my life, just until the bills are handled, just until I have a little bit more breathing room. And just for now became a very long time because survival mode does not come with a timer. It does not tap you on the shoulder and say, okay, you are safe now. You can go back to your dream. Survival mode just keeps going. And what you do, you keep adjusting. And somewhere in all of that adjusting, the thing you actually wanted to build, it gets quieter and quieter until one day you realize you have been building the wrong thing and you have been doing that for a very long time. This video is about that moment and what you do after it. Let me explain what I mean by survival mode. Survival mode is not laziness. It is not lack of ambition. It is not fear. Survival mode is what happens when the immediate need is so loud that the long-term dreams, they cannot compete with that immediate need. Rent is something that is immediate. You have to pay it. The dream is not. Childcare is immediate. The dream is not. The family member who needs help back home, that is immediate. The dream is not. In those circumstances, you make a choice, and it is not usually the choice that you wanted to make. It is the choice that works right now. So you take the job that pays, and it is not the one that feeds you. You say yes to the client that you do not really want to work with because you need the invoice paid. You put the offer that you actually believe in on the back burner because the one that sells faster, it is the one that keeps the lights on. It is the one that pays the mortgage. And you tell yourself, this is temporary. I am just getting through this season. And once I get stable, I will go back to what I really want to do. But stable keeps moving, and the season, it keeps extending. And before you know it, 5 years have passed. And you are still doing the thing that works instead of the thing that is yours. Here's what survival mode does that nobody talks about. It does not just delay your dream. It slowly convinces you that the dream was not realistic anyway. Because the longer you go without building it, the more evidence your brain collects that it was never going to happen. So you look at how long it has been. You look at how much has changed. You look at other people who started at the same time as you, who did not have the same weight to carry. And then you think, I am too far behind. It is too late. I missed my window of opportunity. I'm too old. Look at me, I'm 50 years old now. And here is what makes that so insidious. Survival mode did not just take your time. It also took your belief, and it made the practical choice feel like that was the only choice for you. And then it used the years of practical choices as evidence against you. And for the women who were erased, who arrived with credentials in this country, and those credentials stopped counting, who had to start over in a system that did not make room for who they already were, Survival mode, it hits differently because that erasure, it was not a choice. And the survival mode was not your choice. The years of building the wrong thing just to keep everything standing, those years were not your choice. And yet here you are. Here you are carrying the weight of all of it like it was your choice to start with. So let me tell you what changed for me. At some point, I got tired of waiting for everything to be stable. And it was not because the bills disappeared. They did not. And not because the pressure went away. The pressure did not go away. But it was because I finally understood something. I finally understood that survival mode had been hiding from me. Stable was never going to arrive first. I was waiting for conditions that were never going to exist before I gave myself permission to build. And the dream that I kept putting on hold, it was not going to wait for the conditions either. So I made a different kind of choice. And that different kind of choice, it was not reckless. It was not dramatic. It was not some big announcement. It was just a decision that I made. I am going to build what I actually want to build alongside everything else that I am carrying, not instead of, alongside, in the margins, in the early mornings, in the pockets of time that survival mode had not claimed in my life yet. And I'm going to do it imperfectly, and I'm going to do it slowly, even if it takes me more time. That's okay. But I'm going to do it without waiting until it was ready. Because waiting until it was ready was the same as not building anything at all. So here is what I want you to hear today. If survival mode has been making your choices for you, that is not a character flaw. That is what survival mode does. It is very good at making the practical choice feel like this is the only choice that you have. But the practical choice and the right choice, they are not always the same thing. And at some point, you are allowed to choose both. You are allowed to choose the thing that pays the bills right now and the thing that you are actually building toward at the same time, in the same life. And it's not going to be perfect. And it's also not going to be on someone else's timeline, but yours. Because here's what I know about the women who were erased and who chose to build anyway. They did not wait for the erasure to be undone. They did not wait for the system to make room for them. They did not wait for survival mode to end before they started. They built inside the chaos, between the responsibilities. They built with the time that they had, with the cards that they were handed, not the time that they wished they had. And what they built, nobody could erase that, because this time it had their names on it. So I'm Webley, and if you are somewhere between survival mode and the thing you actually want to build, this channel is for you. And I want you to hit subscribe, and I want you to also drop a comment below. Tell me, what is the thing that you have been putting on hold that you feel that it's time to start building it now? I want to read every single one of your comments, and with that, I will see you in the next video.